Our editorial office became a place where families of missing defenders could always gather, talk, collect documents, and consult with each other. We set ourselves the goal of supporting and uniting them, as well as achieving the opening of a memorial site in Lipova Dolina. Perhaps the most important result of our work on the project was the opening of a Board of Hope, which displays 25 photos of our missing compatriots. The relatives of those missing are frequent guests at our editorial office. In addition, we continue to administer the Lipova Dolina community. Currently, there are 30 families in it. People get to know each other, consult with each other, go to events together, and help each other with documents. We wrote articles for the newspaper and website, shot videos, and published family stories. Our publications have tens of thousands of views, but the most important thing for us is the feedback from families and relatives of missing persons.
The older generation often lacks sufficient digital media literacy and information security skills and trusts unverified messages on smartphones and social networks. This makes people easy targets for manipulators, financial scammers, and propaganda influences. The community lacks accessible periodic courses specifically aimed at improving digital literacy among people of retirement age, even though this group is one of the most vulnerable. This problem has long remained unresolved because it was not perceived as a priority for the community. There was no initiator to launch regular courses, and there was no clear model for organizing classes. Participants said that they actively use social networks, messengers, and make online payments, but do not always know how to recognize fakes and fraudulent schemes. People received suspicious messages about winnings, pseudo-assistance, card blocking, or calls supposedly from a relative in trouble. Participants emphasized that it is important for them to receive information about media and information literacy, and they named classes and training sessions as the most effective format. We showed an example of how a community can effectively organize digital literacy hubs for older people based on the experience of the Novovolinsk Library. We received information from the cyber police about typical fraud schemes and risks for older people, and during a roundtable discussion with experts, we developed preliminary recommendations on topics and training courses. All of our work helped solve the problem because we identified the real needs of older people, brought in experts to provide practical advice, and developed specific recommendations for training courses. We did not act at the level of formal information, but at the level of a systematic approach to improving the digital and media literacy of older people. The question of where to live for hundreds of thousands of displaced persons remains the most pressing. Therefore, for the first time, journalists from Ria Pivden organized a roundtable in frontline Zaporizhia and took on the role of moderators between the authorities and IDPs. Representatives of 5 communities relocated from the occupation to Zaporizhia and heads of military administrations gathered at the Center of Unity. A total of 20 representatives, all in order to find a way out of this dead end together. Despite the fact that there are about 150,000 IDPs in the Zaporizhia region, only 4% live in temporary accommodation. Only 4%. All the others are people who are looking for housing on their own. During the roundtable, the problems that arise when solving the issue of housing for IDPs and proposals to the authorities were collected and systematized. The proposals developed have become a concrete action plan that can be used to develop solutions at the local, regional, and national levels. The editorial office has already sent requests to the head of the regional military administration and a member of parliament. Therefore, we have a long-term and more global perspective on solving the housing issue for displaced persons. The editorial staff of Ria Pivden not only studied dozens of places of residence for IDPs in Zaporizhia, we created the first map of available temporary accommodation for displaced persons. We showed in detail the conditions in shelters, dormitories, and modular towns. We explained the mechanism of settlement and created an infographic. This allowed displaced persons to quickly find housing in emergency situations and reduce the level of fear and uncertainty among residents of frontline communities.